Hey guys, it's Brad from B&T Catfishing Adventures coming to you today to talk to you about my top favorite 5 summertime catfishing baits. Stick around. So let's get to it. All right, my first one that I'm going to mention at number 5 is bluegill. Bluegill is a source of food for catfish. It's a natural source of food. It's very accessible for these fish, and bluegill multiply very, very quickly. So there's really very rarely a short supply of food for these catfish, and they really love the bluegill. You fish that bluegill live, a lot of times, and you're going to tie into those flatheads out there. The cut bait, a lot of times it's the blues that you're getting often. So there you go. At number 5 for me, my choice is the bluegill. Number 4 is an all-time favorite of many people, and that is Nightcrawler. Very inexpensive bait, but it's also something that most of us out there can just go into the backyard and dig up. This is a Nightcrawler. Again, the thing about Nightcrawler is, it's a live bait. It's moving around. It's wiggling down there a lot of times. But that bait is also something that a lot of other fish like as well. So there's sometimes you may be catching something other than catfish on it. Let's be real, bass love that also. As you know, it's just any type of fish down there pretty much can hit or might hit your Nightcrawler, but it's still a wonderful bait. I've caught tons of channel cats, for instance, on Nightcrawlers, and it's an all-time favorite for sure. Number 3, shad. Shad, again, just like that bluegill, is a natural bait out there, and it's one that catfish just tear up. If you have a casting net and you have the availability to get out, or schools of fish come up close to the bank near you where you can throw your casting net out and grab some of these, fantastic bait. Grab that pickle bucket and make sure you know what your state laws, rules, and regulations are. Not with just the number of shad you have, but with any bait that I'm recommending today, or you hear somebody else talk about. Make sure that they're legal, that they are legal to use in your state. For instance, bluegill may not be something even that you can use in your state. So find out what those rules, regulations, and restrictions are. We don't want you getting in trouble, okay? I'm sure there's something on this list that you will be able to use without getting yourself in trouble with the law, all right? We don't want the man coming down on you. So make sure you know the law. But shad is a great bait. Again, you can get out there and get those easy enough for yourself. And you can also obviously go to your local bait store, and shad is usually carried by most people. So there you go. There's my number 3 right there. Number 2, some of y'all heard about this. Some of you I've seen on fishing sites where people are still questioning it, or they're laughing at it, and so on and so forth. And that is the strawberry flavored chicken. That's right, strawberry flavored chicken. Now, a lot of people have used strawberry Kool-Aid, for instance, on hot dogs and chicken and things like that for a few years now. Chicken usually gets better bites, obviously, than hot dog does, folks. I'm just saying. It does. And I've never had a lot of success, really, with hot dogs. But chicken is another story. Now, what I use is strawberry flavored Jello instead of the Kool-Aid. It has more things in the makeup of that the catfish needs and meets its, you know, its food nourishment for them, leveled, whatever. Okay, it's there for them. The proteins and all that are there and mixed in that. So when you mix that with the chicken, just put it in a bag, little squares. They don't have to be huge chunks. Mix the jello up in there, dry powder with that. Let it set overnight, and you've got one incredible bait. Now, I will tell you this. This is kind of an update on this. We're hearing that regular chicken, plain chicken by itself, works about as well as the strawberry flavored chicken. Now, many of you know that we did a test, side by side test, for a couple of days at Lake Barkley, where we used the strawberry flavored chicken and strawberry flavored pork even, against side by side against Skipjack and Nightcrawler and things like that. And that chicken did great. Matter of fact, the strawberry flavored chicken, I think, won out over everything, and the pork was right there with it. So if you have doubts, you can continue to sit there and have doubts and joke and laugh and make fun, or you can give this bait a try and maybe just catch a little bit more fish than what you're already catching. Again, I've caught every variety of the fish out there as far as catfish in our areas with this bait. The strawberry flavored jello chicken and pork actually works. So give that a try. That's just my recommendation. You do what you want, but there you go. My favorite, and some people are going to say, how could you leave some of these other things off the list? Well, this is my favorite. Okay, and I have my reasons for leaving some of the other baits off there that you might suspect would be on there. But here you go. My number one favorite, skipjack. Skipjack is a wonderful fish for catfish. We brought in tons of fish with this. It's a great bait, whether you're just fishing with your rods or you're jugging or you're doing whatever it is. Skipjack is a wonderful, wonderful bait. It's also fun to catch if you go down by your dams and things like that and get out there and you're pitching a rod and just spend a little time out there. You can get out there and catch, when those things are running, you can catch a ton of fish. I've literally seen people catch, obviously there's days you're not going to catch any, but when they're running, you can get out there, you can catch 50 to 500, I said that number, in a day, and sometimes within hours. You're putting your sabiki rigs up there sometimes, and you're running and you're catching 3 and 4 fish on your line at one time. Ooh, yeah, one time. So that's a lot of fun. And these things, they're great little fighters. They're going to give you a fight too. So get out there and do some skipjack fishing for the fun of it, but also you're grabbing yourself some great catfish bait. That's right. So skipjack is my number one bait for my favorite summertime catfishing bait, and really my favorite anytime bait, to be honest, is pretty much skipjack. So again, the list of 5 is the bluegill at number 5. Number 4 is Nightcrawler. The shad is number 4. We've got the strawberry flavored strawberry flavored jello chicken and or pork at number 2. And number 1 favorite is skipjack. Hope this helped you guys, and I hope you get out and this helps you catch tons and tons of fish. Thank you for watching this show and all our shows. We do appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that notification button so you don't miss any of our episodes, and be sure to go ahead and check some of our previous shows to pick up on some tips, or if nothing else, just been entertained by our shenanigans, funs, bloopers, and so on. Folks, we will see you later. Be safe out there on the water. We love you. Take care. We'll see you soon.